Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is David Glenn. I'm the Director of Government Affairs and Policy here at the Home Builders Association. I'm here with Nancy Stroder with Taylor Morrison, and we're going to talk to you today a little bit about impact fees. So, Nancy, we've been working with Round Rock really closely on these impact fees. So, kind of tell me a little bit about why the city is considering impact fees to begin with. What's kind of their plan?
Well, Round Rock in particular, cities are trying to limit ways of raising taxes for their existing residents, and in order to accomplish all their road improvements that they have in their future transportation plans, they're looking towards impact fees to offset it instead of raising taxes. And
Yeah.
so, and as they're saying, put the tax on the new development, since the new development is going to be causing these future roads.
And we're seeing a lot of issues with the legislature too, with the legislature continues to kind of pinch down on cities' ability to raise revenues, and so they're kind of grasping at straws wherever they can, and unfortunately, in this situation, they're targeting new developments.
Right.
So the initial proposal was, with Round Rock, was pretty steep. I think the highest level maximum impact fee was a little over $10,000. So what does the $10,000 per lot fee mean to a project like one of yours?
It's quite high, and I think when we calculated us, Friscaya has about 800 lots left, and so for us that would be $8 million added on to our budget, which is pretty steep and
Right.
greatly negative impacts our performance, our cash flow, and our margins. So it can be a big cut into your paycheck and all that.
And we talked a little bit about grandfathering and how that could, you mentioned your pro forma, you budget for a project to kind of play out a certain way, and then in the middle of a project, especially one as large as Vizcaya, to have an impact fee put in there and then kind of on the back end having to pay for that can be a real challenge and has a really negative impact on your clients and affordability.
It does, and I'm glad you brought that up. So when you cash flow, there's a lot of times to secure your rights in a project, you get a PUD or a development agreement done with the city, which we did with Round Rock. But with state legislature and state code, unless you specifically state fees in your agreements with the city, you aren't grandfathered. So that's why in this situation we are, because we didn't have them in our development agreement. But if you can get a city to actually allow you to put your fees in your agreements, you can actually be grandfathered in that.
That's probably a good piece of information to know going forward, especially as these cities are continuing to kind of step up their use of impact fees.
Yes, lesson learned for sure.
So Round Rock, the council voted down the initial proposal, and they've kind of rolled out a new proposal, I guess a week or two ago. That new proposal is a little bit different. It's walked back quite a bit, and it's offering some like a step scale implementation, but there's still a lot of confusion about the actual implementation date. They said they wanted a 2-year period, but the 2-year period that they rolled out is not really truly a 2-year period. It's more of a contingent on some things like when you get your building permit. So what can we expect going forward? We're obviously going to continue to engage on this with the council.
Right. I think we made a lot of progress with the city on the stair stepping, because we kind of told them you can't just shove this all down someone, at the very beginning, and because it, like for instance our project, it blows it up basically, to put it lightly, I guess. So the stair stepping, I think, is definitely getting us closer to the end goal, but I think it needs some work and feedback from us on lower percentages of the fee and a little bit more clarification on the 2-year wait period, because if it's 2 years from enactment, then it should be 2 years from this spring, which hopefully the city will work with us on. But yeah.
And so the council's having a work session on December 6th, and they're going to look at this new proposal. So between now and then, we will have put together our feedback, submitted to the council, with hopes that they will hear our concerns. We have some concerns with the improvement plan that they put forward as well. There's some roads in there that we think maybe don't belong. So we're hoping that the city will continue to work with us on this issue.
So thank you both for doing this, and if you want to engage in advocacy, please contact David Glenn. Thank you.